I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Links to the car.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk.
Did you say bodybuilding show or Box Talk?
It's his birthday, guys, so let him off the hook.
It is my birthday, even though this is probably gonna not be shown on my birthday. Yeah.
So here we go.
And I'm filming on my birthday.
And drinking.
And drinking. That's dedication to the cause of my homeboy, Great San.
You have two sides in boxing. No, boxing has many sides.
Yes, it does.
You have guys that try to achieve and try their best, and you have guys that don't want to try their best, regardless of how talented they are. You got one guy in Andrzej Fonfara who's trying to make a name for himself. Had a good fight with Vera and Stevenson, lost. Basically, just in ring generalship, because he didn't know how to handle the later rounds really in a championship fight. He didn't have that experience. Then you got another guy who's a former world champion who's got no dedication at all in Chavez. I mean, this guy's fought what, twice in 3 years? Yeah. Can't make weight.
Yeah.
Calls out everyone.
Yeah. Probably gonna call out Amir Khan next.
Yeah, he called out Froch, called out Chavez and everything. But he don't fight, he don't make weight. Nearly lost to Vera, got a dodgy decision. Ade, how did this fight play out?
You know what? It's hard. Chavez is an example of boxing gone wrong. This is a guy that he's talented. I'm not going to give him the super talented tag. He's talented. Yeah. But why wouldn't you be if you're in the gym with your dad, who was one of the greatest boxers of all time? From a kid. Yeah. You've been in the gym, you've been watching him. There's things you can just pick up just watching. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I even can watch someone, I can mimic a style, you know, for a while. So he's been in the gym all the time. The problem he has is that he already has that. Yeah. He's the king of Mexico.
He has no reason to fight.
He's the king of Mexico. He's bigger than Canelo. Yeah, exactly. He's in a position where I do not need to work, so I can understand the mental problems he must go through. Where like, can I really be bothered to do this? See, do you know what I mean? Exactly.
Before I'll go carry on what you said, but again, he was supposed to fight, or there was rumours of him to fight Canelo. Yeah. That fight never happened either.
My God. You remember that? You know when you talk about a fight that could, you know, Mayweather Pacquiao. Sorry guys, is going to make 3.5 million. You said just now. Canelo thing could rupture everything. It could just be any number. It could be any number. The whole of Mexico would buy it. Yeah.
Wow. Chavez, I criticise him quite a lot on Box Talk.
A lot.
Because I don't understand how you can't make weight, or you sign a contract, then you fail it, then it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up, and basically you come into what you want to come in. Yeah. The amount of times he's missed drug tests. Yeah. The amount of times they said he's been on diuretics to make. There's all these little things around him.
I'm gonna interrupt you. What is this again?
Devil's Cut Jim Beam.
That's my man racing. Yeah. Devil's Cut. Sorry, racing. Go on.
But what he done though, what really lost my passion for him, and I was praying Martinez beat the crap out of him, was watching that 24/7 with Martin Chavez. The guy has no discipline, has no respect, and just does his own thing. Yes, as a kid you could do that. Yeah. As a world-class professional athlete and a world champion at the time, you don't do that. He held it. He took a beating against Martinez, but kind of saved his reputation in the final round.
Yeah, he saved himself.
Yeah, he saved him in the final round.
Yeah. He lost every other round for that.
And me personally, if that was me and I was Chavez, I would have went home and watched that fight and said, guess what? I could have won that fight. Because I'm watching him train every single day, ride his bike, do all the training, and I was at home having fun, playing about, smoking weed.
Yeah. Smoking weed. And what made me laugh was one time in the 24/7, it's funny you say that, where he's like, let me train in the house. He moved a couple of sofas, and said, okay, let's just do a bit of sparring. And the funny thing is, that was Chavez at, like you say, 50% dedication. But that was the Chavez that got down to 160 pounds. Yeah. This kid, if he really put his mind to it, could get down to 154 and be a monster at the weight.
What you said just shows you how poor his dedication is. Because how often have you seen me and us lot go in this room right here and start hitting the pads, or wrestling, jiu-jitsu and all this madness, or at your house to do the same thing. That's what guys do, just regularly piss about. Yeah. His training camp is a piss about. Yeah. So that just shows his level of dedication.
How talented is he?
I think he's quite talented. I think he's got.
You can't knock him out. Let's be honest.
You can't knock him out.
Can't stop him.
Okay, you know you can't knock him out because he walks around at 205 pounds, 210 pounds, and boils himself down. The guys he fights mostly walk around about 175 middleweights. So you ain't gonna knock him out. But I think he's got a highly underrated ring IQ. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he looks bad at times because he's not fit. But for you to be not fit and survive and continue to win, even when you lost, like with the Vera fight, which he won, he still was in the ring and held his own. If you're not in shape to go 12 rounds as a professional fighter, it
shows how really good he could be.
Exactly.
One thing you said there, which was interesting, you said he's been fighting against guys that are 160s, and they have been fighting against Martinez, Vera, we can go on, the list goes on, Andy Lee, all this kind of fight. He's now fighting against a guy who probably does boil down from around the same weight as he does, 200 pounds. Fonfara dwarfed Stevenson.
Fonfara's tall.
Fonfara's a big guy. Maybe not, he's tall. He's not wiry, he's wiry, but he's tall.
I think
could this be the first fight where he's fighting against a guy that legitimately has a bit of power that could cause him problems?
Yes and no. Fonfara's tall, is about 6'2", 6'3", but I don't know if Fonfara's a puncher.
Yeah.
So if he gets good leverage on his shots, yes. But what it showed me with Fonfara, with the Stevenson fight, is that his spirit can't be broken. You guys have to put him out, because in the final rounds, Stevenson hit him some good shots, and tried to hurt and did hurt him, but he couldn't really put him away. The difference between Stevenson and Chavez is that Stevenson takes breaks and has to sit back and counter punch. Chavez ain't gonna sit back and counter punch for nothing. He's coming to fight, and that's the difference. Can Fonfara hold him off that well? His name Fonfara's fought, in my opinion, and it's just a name, it doesn't mean the better fight he had is Glenn Johnson.
Byron Mitchell's close.
Byron Mitchell's
very close.
Very good, yeah, world champion as well. But again, same with Byron Mitchell though. They were older versions of the champion.
Yeah.
So you can get a couple looks, a couple angles, but you're not getting the real deal.
Yeah.
But Byron Mitchell and Glenn Johnson are smaller guys, naturally smaller guys. Well. Yeah. Glenn Johnson was really a super middleweight.
Yeah.
Was coming up.
Chasing the money.
Yeah.
Do.
Byron Mitchell was a super middleweight, and Byron Mitchell was a world champion
15 years ago.
15 years ago. Yeah, so you know you can get some experience from that, but you're not really getting the full substance. So as much as I like Fonfara, I think he made a very good account for him against Stevenson. I'm not too sure how good he really is.
Yeah, it's almost like, and it's funny you say it, because it's like I'm still not sure how good Stevenson is.
Yeah,
Stevenson's obviously, you know, Chad Dawson knockout is, I wouldn't say it's blown him out of proportion. Yeah, but in a sense, it really has. He's not beating the guys that Kovalev has beat, for example. I mean, Tavares Cloud, we saw what Bertabe done with him, and Tony Bellew. So come on, you know what? It's hard for me to say this because we talk about fighters that we dislike. I don't necessarily dislike Chavez, by the way, as much as Garcia, Quillen, Stevenson. The only thing I do dislike about Chavez is that it's calling that fight is that he's never going to fight because he's never going to make that weight. Yeah. But I would love for someone, it could only be his dad, to kick his ass and say, make 160. He makes 160, I think he'll cause waves at 160. Because like you said with GGG, I don't necessarily think Chavez can beat him. Overall, I'm saying the bigger picture for this fight, it is better for Chavez to win. Chavez has won. Unless Fonfara puts him down 27 million times, and that's even in the first round, Chavez has won this fight. It's impossible. And the reason why Chavez is marketable, his pay-per-view, and there's fights out there for him. But in terms of the willingness to be a committed fighter, it's better for Fonfara. Fonfara will test himself, he will try, he will push, and that will make for more compelling fights as boxing fans. But if you want the big events, the big fights, the potential Frotch fight, the potential GGG fight, when Alvarez comes up to 160, that's a possibility as well. Yeah. The Andre Ward wants him. Yeah. You need Chavez to win impressively and stay active. See, I'm only because of you, I've gone old school. I want to see a path. I don't know what the hell, and we talked about this with the Stevenson fight. Where's Stevenson going to go next? Where's Coventry? Yeah. I like to almost see a sport where I kind of know what's going on. So two guys play each other in the semi-final, there's a final. I don't know what the hell Chavez is doing. Yeah. I don't know what weight he's going to fight at. I don't know who he's going to fight next. He confused me. I talk about part-time boxers. He even takes that to the piss. He's almost like a seasonal fighter. Yeah. He almost ticks the. I feel like he almost makes the phone call saying, "I want to fight." Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Chavez does. And the problem with Chavez is that he holds up a division because he's such a hot commodity because of the pay-per-view. Yeah. Every man and his dog wants Chavez. Yeah. A, because they think they can beat him, and B, because it makes him a millionaire overnight. Yeah. He runs. It's almost weird. He runs that division of boxing. Yeah. He's the main guy in that division that links the 160s to the 175s. Yeah. Not GGG, not Cotto, not Frotch, not Ward. Him. I'll tell you the problem. I'll tell you one thing here for sure though. A lot of these guys are calling out Chavez because they think he's, as I said, he's undedicated, he's undisciplined, and he does not train. You're going to make a fantastic point here. Yeah.
If these guys sleep on him,
make it. It's the microphone.
If these guys sleep on him and think, if these guys sleep on him and think it's an easy match,
good luck.
Good, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Remember Taken?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck. Yeah.
If he gets a trainer, i.e., a Virgil Hunter type trainer, someone that's serious and wants to take no bullshit,
just give it in the gym.
If he gets me, get me, I'll train him.
No, get him 5 weeks of a real training camp, not in his front room. Oh my gosh.
We've got something special here.
You've got trouble.
How old is he? 27, 28?
He's got when he costs to 30 now.
He was 30, yeah?
Costs to 30 now.
And we're talking like 50 fights. Something ridiculous, like 50.
No, he turned pro really young. I remember
his pro fight. I remember it.
And he was always on the undercard, I'm trying to say, and he was fighting at the bum of the month.
Yeah.
But he learned his craft.
Yeah. I remember, that's no actual experience. I think people forget, we diss him, not one amateur fight.
Yeah.
Not one amateur fight. Alright guys, there you go. I think we've dissected this one quite well. We kind of haven't really spoken about the fight. We almost talked about Chavez's career in 12 minutes. Don't blame us. What can we do? There you go. Chavez from Fonfara. I'm guessing it's at light heavyweight. I think for some reason, I'm not sure it's at 172. I think it's at 172.
No, I heard it's 172, something like that. Yeah. But it's £100,000 penalty for each pound over.
Do you think that? Think Chavez gives a damn? He could probably come in at 190 then.
Yeah. No, he don't care about that.
Yeah.
But that does tell me that Fonfara's camp is well aware
of the weight problems.
And
they want to make money, cash in hand.
No, cash in hand, but also knowing that Chavez will come in at 185 when Fonfara struggled to make 175. And then he'd be in big trouble.
Yeah. That's a good point, especially if Chavez is asking him to come down to 173, which might be a problem for Fonfara, who, like you say, is a big man. Them extra 2 or 3 pounds will just squeeze him out. He'll get paid off for it, because so he goes home happy, but he squeezes him out. Look, guys, are we just completely writing off Fonfara here? I mean, this is the Fonfara that caused Superman problems. He found a kryptonite that no one else has really found in the last 5 or 6 years. He found it. Chad Dawson didn't find it. Tavares Cloud didn't find it. Bellew didn't find it. He did. So we're writing this guy off for not all. Are we saying if Chavez gets a bit serious and finds the right weight for himself, which could be the 175 division, we could have a little monster that everyone's kind of, if you like, picking to fight, thinking it's easy money. When, like Ryan says, it ain't easy money. Chavez doesn't get hurt. We've asked Rubio, asked Andy Lee, asked Vera,
ask anyone
that hits him. This guy seems to stay. He's got, I guess, the gift from his dad. Who wins this fight, Chavez or Fonfara? If Chavez does win this fight, where does he go? I mean, are we finally going to get a big name in the ring against him like Martinez did? But that took years itself to get. Or are we going to get bum of the night fights and he just sails off into the Mexican sunset?
I'm not saying that Chavez will win these fights, but you think Froch will want to trade with him?
I think Froch will trade with anyone.
No, but you've got a point though. Chavez is a big guy that likes to fight on the inside as well. You think Andre Ward likes to smother and hold and wrestle you out? You think one's going to wrestle with a £200 Chavez? You know what I'm trying to say? Attributes that you have that you think would do you well, he's so big and durable and tough, it actually works against you.
Until he fights Kovalev. And then those attributes don't mean nothing. Because that's a man you piss off, he gets up and fucks you up.
He's had too much drink.
I ain't had too much drink, I've had the devil's drink. That's the problem. Ryan gave me the devil's drink. That's the issue with Ryan.
Help yourself.
Alright, there you go guys. The usual, subscribe, tweet, Instagram, follow. Thank you very much. Cheers.